Standing here by Uncle Harry from the Spuij. I'm going to call you Uncle Harry because you're a legend in your own right.
Call me anything as long as you don't call me late for supper.
Uncle Harry, tell us a little bit about your racing history. When did you start racing in oval racing?
Oh, I started a long time ago when it was still stock cars, 1959, 1960. And then I was a youngster of the age of about 15, 16. And if you beat the oaks, you had to run away with the car as quick as you can because those old toppies would move you. And that was this main track that happened. That was a track in Pretoria. Butch Marder was the promoter, and it was across the zoo, I think it was, on the hill there. It was a fantastic track. But that's where I started. And I started actually with a vengeance against racing. I didn't think that it would be any fun running around in a circle. I called them stupid oaks to do that. But I eventually become one of the main stupid to run around a racetrack in a circle and nobody's chasing. And well, actually, I think there was a lot of oaks chasing me because I tried to be in the front most of the time. And it's quite a experience. I was fortunate to beat the Yanks in a home-built car with downdraft Weavers when they were running fuel injection. And all thanks to a guy by the name of Rusty Roots, which started me in the game. And from then on it just grew. Barry Fuller made us promises, our promoter, that the guy that wins the championships he'll send overseas, and I was fortunate to win the championship several times, and he never came to light to send me overseas. So eventually I said to him, I got the ticket for the trip, I want to go, you make the arrangements. And I went, and it was one hell of a great experience. Since then, after that first trip to America in 72 I think it was, I did 9 trips overseas. America, Britain, raced in stock cars in England for a long time, nearly every year, and Holland and Germany. It was one big experience. Stock car racing was a favorite compared to sprint car racing because if a guy was in your way, you could push and bump him and get out of him. Similar to what sprint car racing is, those days it was done discreetly. Now you get blacklisted if you try the stunts that I used to pull. But I got away with a lot of murder, and I'm grateful. It was a good career, and I'm very grateful to the Lord that I'm alive to be able to talk about it. And I just hope that my youngsters and all my friends, youngsters that helped me on the race cars those days, could do the similar, like James Wardoch and my son Jacques, and like Si's children. They've all made names for themselves. Quentin is well respected in America. I can say nothing more than that it's been one hell of a privilege. And I hope that everybody that's involved in racing can keep it up high and do the same.
And Uncle Harry, if you had to look back at when you started racing to what we've got today, is there any difference or any change in the racing?
Well, as far as the racing is concerned, there's only one thing: is you put your foot down and count 3 and turn left, and you do the best you can. Racing is racing. You must. The setup of the car is the main important thing, and I don't think that the guys that race today have got the knowledge that we had those days. We built our own cars to start off with. Eventually, we imported cars from America. But the cars that they got here today are magnificent. They're superior to the cars that we had. They're in better condition than the cars we had. They got better equipment. But they don't seem to do the times that we did those times. As Alan Safi and Boet Eckhout and myself did fabulous times at a place like Mayhem, which is still running today. And the racetrack has not changed at all. And they have not beaten those times. Except for Willie Zurich, that now and then has done a better time.
And your achievements throughout your years of racing, what have you all achieved, championship-wise?
Well, I'm grateful to say that I won the South African Championships 9 times. I won the English Stock Car Championship once at a stadium called Haringey in London. And my name is well held up in England. If you ask any English promoter, they know of me. A lot of them have supported me and given me the privilege to race for them. And I came third in the USAC championships in America. I spent 3 months racing in America with Dick Zimmerman, which has passed away by now, and most of my friends have gone, so I'm very grateful that I'm still alive to talk about this. But racing in South Africa, I think it's time that these youngsters, or the drivers today, and the promoters today should get together and pull it together. Because there are too many associations at the present moment in sprint car racing. There are, from what I believe, Alan Safi's got a list of very good sprint cars, and we've got approximately 64 sprint cars in the country. And you never see more than 4 or 5 or 6 of them, or 8, maximum 12 at a time together. And this is ridiculous. When you go to America and you go to a place like Ascot Park or Manzanita, you got to be there 10 o'clock in the morning to start qualifying. And there are about 160, 140 cars that get towed to the racetrack. And of those 160, 140 cars, only 36 qualify. And if you don't make the show and you don't qualify in the 36 cars, you're out of the ballpark. You tow your race car home. And we could have the same sort of thing here. Yeah. And then you'd have one tremendous setup, and you will draw crowds like you can't believe.
Now, talking about crowds, I believe you used to be quite a crowd attraction. You used to go around in your car and give them the finger, I believe.
Well,
you were well known as Dirty Harry.
Buddy Fuller taught me that, and I'm not ashamed to say that I've got a lot of thanks in my racing career towards Buddy Fuller, because he said that the only way that you can become a legend is if 50% of the crowd hate you and 50% of the crowd love you. So the way to do that is you must have some sort of people that some sort of animosity against you. And to create that, you must swear at them. So I used to go around the racetrack and tell them, two's up. End of the story for you. Who cares about you? And when we had a dirt track running at Wembley, they had to bring their blankets, because my favorite was to go around as fast as I can and plaster everybody with mud and throw the stones as far as I can. I really made people think I was a villain. I got the name of Dirty Harry at Wembley, and I'm not proud to say that of the name of Dirty Harry, but it's caused me a name, or given me a name, that a lot of people long gone will never forget.
People still relate to you as Uncle Dirty Harry.
Yeah. No, I believe that, and I had a guy in my house the other day who bought a car that I built in 1962, fresh out of school, and he paid like 140,000 rand for this little roadster. And he wants me to help me rebuild it. It's an Indian fellow in Indonesia. And to me, the record that he showed me of that, the stuff that he dug up out of the internet and the stuff that people told him about me, it makes me proud to think I was part of it all. And I can still be part of it all. And I hope the Lord saves me, gives me the strength and health to be around for a lot longer, to give the assistance where I can. And if anybody needs the help on any sprint car, I'm prepared to give it. But then they must learn, look and listen.
There you go. Uncle Harry, thank you very much for spending time with us, and we're looking forward to seeing you at many more races, and it's a privilege having you with us.
I'd be very grateful to be around, and as I said, I thank the Lord for it all.
There we go.
Have a wonderful evening, you guys.